Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, viewers. With a great pleasure and honor, I welcome you to another exclusive presentation of Islamic News Brief on SLIWEB Online TV with me, Mohammed Simbi Koman. As usual, we have both national and international Islamic news all lined up in our program. For today's edition, our top stories are: Supreme Court of Sierra Leone is to commence hearing on Islamic marriage. FaWah Movement unveils its unofficial apron. Now for the news in details. United Muslim Jamaat has called on Muslims to help build their mosque. Aisha Kamara reports.
As a way to convey the message of Islam among students at the University of Management and Technology, of which students will be opportuned to learn the Quran and many other subjects, United Muslim Jamaat is calling on the entire Muslim community to help build their mosque. Omar Abbas is the president of United Muslim Jamaat. He gave a brief message on how important it is for a mosque to be erected at the campus.
Wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Amina Umar Abbas, I serve as the president of the United Muslim Jamaat for AMTEC. As well, they see this are the project we get there to build the mosque. This place, we sort of the place big, one for utilize this place. What do we do? We decide we create a written wall here and then make beam up, allow rooms to come out. We will get 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms and 5. The last one and we make this last one for ablution site and also toilet ablution site for females there. The other a kitchen store for materials there when the month of Ramadan comes, so they prepare food for iftar, inshallah. So these are rooms for borders where they live far away from the campus, when they come to campus, so they get time for them, take care of the masjid. That's when they see you don't try hard as Muslim students there to make people respond, to make to this project. What things hard for you? So now we are student there, we will get the money for make this project go before. Personal self come on board for support me.
He further said that both students and the community people are using the unfinished buildings to perform their prayers. According to the chairlady of Unimtech Muslim Jamaat, Fatmata bint Abari, they don't have any single place to perform prayers. They have used almost the entire campus to perform prayers. It was then a portion of land was given to them to build a mosque. She ended by appealing to Muslims to come to their aid, as contributing to build a mosque is a continuous charity which one benefits from even after death.
So we appeal to the Muslims out there for me to come and support we for complete this masjid building project. And this masjid building project not only serve as a masjid, but also they serve as a learning center for Muslim lecturers, Muslim students, and the community people there also.
Reporting for SLIWEB Online Television, I am Aisha Kamara.
FaWah Movement has officially unveiled its apron at Allentown. Mariam Amaria Bangura filing this report.
FaWah Movement has done tremendous work with regards to propagating Islam, which has created impact both nationally and internationally. However, proper identification of its members has been a challenge. Therefore, the team officially unveiled its aprons as a form of identification. Ahmed Kamara is the national coordinator of FaWah Movement. He spoke about the importance of the aprons.
After all, praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we make the salat and salam upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Respectable people then, as you can see, today the FDM, the FaWah Movement, then they unveil the aprons. As you know, this FaWah Movement is on the big, and we get plenty of members then. Some program they do when they go on, they find it very difficult. But people they will identify they say then a part of FDM. So with this, we see necessary for the get we impose them so that will be as a symbol for we any way so this we say they are an FDM.
Sheikh Farouk Adamba is the leader of FaWah Movement. He appreciated those who provided the aprons, and he talked about the importance of the aprons.
We know say why then Kenya not to be that because we know see we be that now people then they go into and why they not read the principles, not anything like that. This is done based on the request of the people. The FaWah movement now movement with the work throughout the country, just like in the terminal. Some side where we can go, then you want to the members and to identify them. Normally the whole can come as some tongue, then they say no now much number, but if we think of analogy. The moment we see anybody put their wire, I no need to ask again how much a number, because that question how much a number sometimes embarrassing. We go to person and begin to ask now how much a number, you don't begin to talk and say something, this one I get accommodation problem. But the moment we don't begin the site, then aprons there, you don't know how much member then come, that you don't begin prepare one thing. So if we ask that now one of the purpose, then only before that in day, we make this come, inshallah, with time we will know them. We not say any time in the tell within the fits the time. Now that then here, then publicity and fits the time. So that make this come and not once anybody come into another question again, inshallah, and not say very simple and understandable. So we certainly take this respect now as the team don't work for prepare this. These are people they work for prepare and not only prepare and move. We get with team where they work for prepare then kind here. So if they don't pass and we coordinate so we movement when I check my career then I expand me for enter into social media. Me not see one of you appreciate better because we can see you take it. But you see no. You see the way here they do that what people appreciate them, make sure see you get groups where you the benefit people them beyond the country, not only inside you. You see the prophet may do that one in Mecca and Medina, they later write people them out Mecca and Medina. It convinced me really. So I kind of if you insert them to their happy for day, then Brother Ahmad, we do them moves there or prepare them aprons there. If you see them, very good and fine. But the nature of the color, inshallah, then gets the answer there. Because I select that. I tell you now, now inshallah, with the mobile, the apron, the movement, inshallah, ta'ala, then anybody can hear good say prayer.
Supreme Court of Sierra Leone is expected to commence hearing with regards Islamic marriage.
Hearing will soon be commenced in a landmark case with regards Islamic marriage. Women's rights campaigner and lawyer Fatma Tasori is championing the case, which is seeking clarity specifically on divorce in marriages conducted under Islamic law. Lawyer Fatma Tasori, who is the president of the all-female campaigner group, Legal Access Through Women Yearning for Equal Rights and Social Justice, said the case came about as part of her work representing women who were divorced by their husbands. According to her, 4 of those cases inspired her to go to the Supreme Court. In Sierra Leone, Islamic marriage is conducted under the Mohammedan Act of 1960. The law recognizes such marriages as valid and requires that the registration of such a marriage is done in accordance with the Islamic laws. The Act, however, does not provide for divorce, leaving that aspect to be determined by Islamic scholars. Mrs. Sori also said that women have helplessly watched their marriages dissolve by simple utterances from their husbands. She furthered that while the process of divorce in Islamic marriage requires that the case is taken to the mosque where the marriage was done, some cases of divorce are very difficult to salvage. Reporting for SLIWEB Online Television, I am Aisha Kamara.
If you are just joining us, this is Islamic News Brief on SLIWEB Online TV, and I'm your news anchor, Mohammed Simbi Koma. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we are going for international news stories. Welcome back, viewers. Now, let's go for international news stories. Turkey has appointed its first hijab-wearing public prosecutor in Besiria district of Konya. Mariam Amaria Bangura has more.
Turkey's Council of Judges and Prosecutors appointed Tuba Ersos, which makes her the country's first hijab-wearing public prosecutor. Ersos was appointed as the chief public prosecutor in Besire district of Konya as part of the 2020 summer decree. Recently, Turkey's Council of Judges and Prosecutors announced a mass reshuffling of 4,626 judges and prosecutors across several provinces. Congratulating the judges and prosecutors on their new appointment, the Minister of Justice, Abdul Hamid Gul, wished them success on their new post by the Council of Judges and Prosecutors, and he wished the decree is beneficial to the judiciary community. This is SLIWEB Online Television. I am Mariam Amaria Bangura reporting.
Massive protests have occurred as some Israeli demolished a historic Islamic cemetery in the city of Jaffa. Mariam Amaria Bangura has more.
After some Israeli bulldozers started demolition of a historic Islamic cemetery, hundreds of Palestinians residents of the city of Jaffa organized a protest the previous Tuesday. Protesters performed Friday prayer and started a march condemning the Israeli decision to demolish the Islamic Al-Isaf cemetery, which is located in the north of the city of Jaffa. The protesters gathered in the cemetery in an attempt to stop the demolition. However, the city council called the police, who tried to guard the demolition, which resulted in clashes with the protesters after Israeli police fired tear gas and used sound bombs against them. According to Sheikh Ikrima Sabri, the Imam of Al-Aqsa Mosque, the cemetery is a land of Islamic endowment and it is owned by all Muslims. He continued by saying that the cemetery is protected by Allah and not by a UN Security Council resolution or by the international community. Al-Isaf Cemetery, which dates back to Ottoman times, includes hundreds of burials of Muslims who were laid there before the Israeli occupation of the city in 1948. Reporting for SLIWEB Online Television, I am Mariam Amaria Bangura.
This is where we draw the curtain down of today's edition of Islamic News Brief on SLIWEB Online Television. Mind you, you can also send Islamic news to us around your communities, organizations, or institutions via the WhatsApp number 030184625. For sponsorship and advertisement, contact 078 or email us on sliweb@gmail.com. If you missed part of this edition, do visit our website on SierraLeoneIslamicWeb.com or our YouTube channel on Sierra Leone Islamic Web or our Facebook page on Sierra Leone Islamic Web. Many thanks to the team for their relentless efforts to ensure that this program reaches you, and many thanks to our executive producer Mohamed Keta. Until we meet again next week, inshallah, I'm your host, Mohamed Simbi Kouma. Let's fight coronavirus together by observing preventive measures put forth by health experts. Most importantly, let's supplicate to Allah that He helps us to combat the deadly virus. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.